Welcome to Election Night 2020. Today we have the incumbent president, Donald Trump, with his running mate, Mike Pence, versus Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State, with her running mate, Cory Booker, versus an independent senator from Vermont, Bernie Sanders, with his running mate, Elizabeth Warren, the Democratic senator from Massachusetts, who has switched to the Independent Party for Bernie Sanders. Let's take a look at all the approval ratings of each candidate. So far, Trump only has a 16% approval rating. Hillary Clinton, a 30% approval rating. Bernie Sanders doing far better than each candidate, doing better than both of them combined, with a 54% approval rating. Here's the 7 o'clock p.m. poll closings. Vermont, Bernie Sanders' home state, 3 electoral votes will now be projected to go to Bernie Sanders. Indiana, Vice President Mike Pence's home state, 11 electoral votes now projected to go to Donald Trump. South Carolina's 9 electoral votes we project now will go to Donald Trump. Georgia's 16 electoral votes will now be projected to go to Donald Trump. And Virginia's 13 electoral votes will be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. State Kentucky is too close to call, 8 electoral votes at stake. This is a surprising call that Kentucky's 8 electoral votes is too close to call. Donald Trump has a 2,073, 451 vote lead on Bernie Sanders. The only reason this is a too close to call is because Bernie Sanders has taken votes away from Donald Trump. Here's the electoral map. 36 electoral votes so far for Donald Trump, 3 for Bernie Sanders, and 13 for Hillary Clinton. Here's the 7:30 p.m. poll closings. The state of West Virginia is too close to call. Same case scenario with Kentucky, 5 electoral votes at stake. 11,200 vote lead on Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump. Ohio is too close to call, 18 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton in the lead now, 70,100 vote lead for Hillary Clinton on Bernie Sanders. Here's an interesting call. North Carolina is too close to call, 15 electoral votes at stake. Bernie Sanders this time has a lead, 115,000 vote lead. As you can see, no changes in the map. Only West Virginia, North Carolina, and Ohio filled in, but no electoral vote changes. Here's the 8 o'clock p.m. poll closing. Tennessee, we can now project the 11 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Mississippi's 6 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Alabama's 9 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Oklahoma's 7 electoral votes will be projected now to go to Donald Trump. West Virginia now will be projected to go to Donald Trump. Illinois, Hillary Clinton's birth state, will now land in her column tonight. Florida, a very early call, but for Hillary Clinton now, 29 electoral votes. This is a very early call. It's because Bernie Sanders has taken votes away from Donald Trump. Pennsylvania flipped from 2016 along with Florida, 20 electoral votes projected now for going Hillary Clinton, a much earlier call, and this is still a very early call. It's another factor of Bernie Sanders entering the race that Pennsylvania has been projected for Hillary Clinton. North Carolina now, 15 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton, another very early call, and another flip from 2016. New Hampshire's 4 electoral votes, another very early call from 2016, 4 electoral votes now projected to go to Hillary Clinton. Maine's 4 electoral votes will be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. New Jersey's 14 electoral votes will now go to Hillary Clinton. Delaware's 3 electoral votes will now be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. Maryland's 10 electoral votes we can now project will go to Hillary Clinton. And the District of Columbia, the most liberal part of the United States, is now going to land in Hillary Clinton's column tonight. Kentucky now projected for Bernie Sanders, a flip from 2016. 8 electoral votes for Bernie Sanders. He is the first non-major party political candidate to win a whole state's electoral vote since George Wallace back in 1968. Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren, his running mate's home state. Bernie Sanders is now the projected winner. Connecticut, 7 electoral votes, projected to go to Bernie Sanders. And Rhode Island, 4 electoral votes, projected to go to Bernie Sanders. Elizabeth Warren definitely had an impact on New England. And Missouri's 10 electoral votes were projected to go to Bernie Sanders. Here's the electoral map. You can see Hillary Clinton has a huge lead now of 135 electoral votes. Donald Trump has 74 electoral votes to Bernie Sanders' 43. Here's the 8:30 p.m. poll closing. The state of Arkansas. Arkansas has been projected to go to Bernie Sanders. As you can see, Arkansas, the one new state, has been projected to go to Bernie Sanders. 49 electoral votes for him right now. Here's the 9 o'clock p.m. poll closing. Louisiana, 8 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. Texas and Kansas, you briefly saw Texas. Texas, 38 electoral votes, and Kansas, 6 electoral votes been projected to go to Donald Trump. Nebraska, 5 electoral votes, we can now project for Donald Trump. South Dakota and North Dakota, 3 electoral votes for Donald Trump. And Wyoming, 3 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. New York, going to Hillary Clinton, 29 electoral votes. Michigan, a much earlier call than in 2016. 16 electoral votes going to Hillary Clinton, a flip from 2016. Minnesota, another much earlier call than in 2016. 10 electoral votes going to Hillary Clinton. And New Mexico, 5 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton. Ohio, a huge flip from 2016. 18 electoral votes, now projected to go to Hillary Clinton. This is the state that no Republican has ever won the White House without. So now Trump has a huge disadvantage now without Ohio, because no Republican has ever won the White House without Ohio's 18 electoral votes. Arizona is too close to call. Bernie Sanders has a 435,000 vote lead actually on Hillary Clinton, so this is not a slight lead. Wisconsin, Hillary Clinton has a 225,000 vote lead on Bernie Sanders. As you can see, Trump is doing very bad in this state. He is not doing very well. He only has 4,000 votes compared to the runner-up, Bernie Sanders, 113,000. Colorado's 9 electoral votes at stake. Hillary Clinton has a 2,000 vote lead, a 2,111 vote lead. Here's the electoral map. 213 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton, 140 for Donald Trump, and 49 for Bernie Sanders. Here's the 10 o'clock p.m. poll closing. Wisconsin now projected to go for Bernie Sanders, 10 electoral votes. Iowa's 6 electoral votes, a very early call than in 2016. Bernie Sanders taking Iowa's 6 electoral votes. Montana, a flip from 2016. This is a very surprising call, 3 electoral votes for Bernie Sanders. Colorado's 9 electoral votes, projected now for Bernie Sanders. Arizona's 11 electoral votes, we can now project for Bernie Sanders. Nevada's 6 electoral votes will be projected for Hillary Clinton. And Utah's 6 electoral votes will be projected to go to Donald Trump. Here's the electoral map. 88 electoral votes for Bernie Sanders, 146 for Donald Trump, and 219 for Hillary Clinton. Here's a CNN special report. CNN can now project that Bernie Sanders will call Hillary Clinton to concede this election. At his concession speech, he says that Trump will lose this because the West Coast now being called in just a few moments, and says Hillary Clinton will be the next president of the United States. Here is the 10 o'clock p.m. poll closing. Bernie Sanders was right. Hillary Clinton elected the 46th president of the United States. She is the president-elect of the United States, and she will become the first female president of the United States. California's 55 electoral votes will now be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. Just that one state alone puts her over the top. Hawaii's 4 electoral votes will be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. Washington and Oregon will be projected to go to Hillary Clinton. 12 and 7 electoral votes, 19 electoral votes combined. And Idaho's 4 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. Here's the electoral map. 297 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton to Donald Trump's 150 to Bernie Sanders' 88. Here's a 1 a.m. poll closing, no surprise. Alaska, 3 electoral votes will be projected to go to Donald Trump. Here's the electoral map. No changes except for the one new state of Alaska. 297 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton, 153 for Donald Trump, and 88 for Bernie Sanders. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I just released that new video on the Retail Tycoon or whatever it was, Roblox. My next video will be an update on the 2018 Senate elections. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you later. Goodbye.